Namaskar viewers, this is Jyotsna Sharma back again with another interesting episode of Voice of Legal Immigrants. As promised to you, we strive to get you real-time stories, real-life instances and real-time situations. Today, again, there is a very crucial topic that we are going to discuss today, and the topic is proposed H4 EAD rule removal by DHS and its impact and the efforts of the advocacy groups to save it. And to discuss on the same, we have the representatives from the group Save H4 EAD, and I would like to welcome them first. Welcome team members from H4 EAD. Our first member here is Mr. Pushpendra Singh. He is a New Jersey team lead as well as the spokesperson for Save H4 EAD. Welcome, Pushpendra.
Thank you.
Then we have Arpita Vats. She is an H4 EAD entrepreneur. Welcome.
Thank you.
And we have Harsha Tekchantani, who is a IT professional and as well as a H4 EAD recipient. So welcome to all of you.
Thank you.
Today we are going to discuss a lot about H4 EAD, the proposed rule, the rule removal, what is proposed by the DHS and everything. Before we even start off, I would like to know about Save H4 EAD. Pushpendra, from you.
Yeah, so we started this group Save H4 EAD sometime in mid-2017. So with the whole purpose of requesting the DHS not to revoke this particular rule or further save the H4 EAD. So to do that, we approached many congresswomen, congressmen, and we formed different sort of groups like advocacy group and survey group and then media group. So the major goal of this particular group is to further save the H4 EAD from getting revoked, and we have been getting support from CIUS and FWD.US, which are further supporting us to save this.
Okay, I believe it's a little information overload right now. Too many things, names, and we'll go gradually over things. First is definitely for general masses. People want to know what is actually H4 EAD. In generic terms, for normal masses, what is H4 EAD?
Yeah, so H4 EAD is issued to those H1 immigrants in US whose green card isn't processing. So once the green card processing reached the I-40 stage, then H4 EAD is issued to their spouses. So it is just a work authorization wherein they allow you to find the job and work for it. They don't actually give you the job.
So EAD is the abbreviation. How do you expand the EAD?
It's a employment authorization document.
Okay, so basically it's the employment authorization document given to the spouses of H1B visa holders.
Yes.
Whose green card is in process, and there is a particular stage, as you said, is
I-140.
I-140 approved stage. Okay. Yeah. So basically they get it. Fine. So you are doing the advocacy and everything. Of course, I will come back. First, now we have Arpita Vats. Arpita, you are on H4 EAD.
Yeah.
And the current situation is that H4 EAD would be removed. That has been proposed by the DHS, and the efforts are on for that.
Yeah.
Of course, you are trying to save it.
Absolutely.
I would like to know your story a little bit. How did you land on a H4 visa and then on a H4 EAD, and now you are an entrepreneur. So how are you doing? What is the plan? What are you doing right now? And what would happen in future if the H4 EAD goes off? So please explain something.
Sure. So I came to US on an H4 visa 6 years ago.
Okay.
And my husband was on an H1B, so his I-140 got approved last year. And in November last year, my H4 EAD came through. So after that, I've always had this dream of starting my own business. So after that, I started my own company almost immediately after I received my H4 EAD. And it's a social enterprise which helps rural artisans to make a living. And if this is revoked, basically I will lose the ability to run my business. And also I want to create employment. I want to generate employment. So forget generating employment, I'll lose my own ability to be financially independent. And we have taken several efforts, like you said, you asked me what we are doing. So under the
about the efforts, definitely we'll come back later. Your journey, if we speak of, you said you came 6 years back to this country.
Yeah.
And you got EAD only last year.
Yes.
So what were you doing in between?
So in between,
I mean, see, the thing is, there have been stories, people have been frustrated not getting an EAD, employment authorization document, females are literate, I mean, they're educated enough, qualified, experienced. What was your situation in those 6 years when you did not get it? What were you doing?
Right. So when I came to US, I already had an MBA, but I decided to further my skill set, and I got another MBA from US. And then after that, I decided to dedicate my time by volunteering with 2 US-based non-profit organizations. And one organization helps kids with needs, with helping them with education, helping them with basically kids living under poverty line, and then the other helps pregnant women who are not financially stable to be able to support their child and their family. And even after I got my H4EAD, I'm still an active volunteer with both of these organizations. So I decided to use my time productively by serving the community, by helping those in need.
Nice. So you were allowed to volunteer though on H4 the H4 visa status?
Yeah. So you can volunteer, you just cannot earn.
So basically, you mean to say you can volunteer anywhere?
Yeah.
Or only to the non-profits?
You can volunteer only to the non-profits. You cannot volunteer with organizations that can otherwise hire an American citizen for the same profile. So you cannot volunteer for a professional in a professional environment. Yes. Okay.
So basically, if you are on a normal H4 visa, you're not supposed to work or earn.
Yeah.
You can just volunteer only to the non-profit cause or a social enterprise.
Yeah.
I do hear stories from people. I mean, there are somebody volunteering in the libraries and schools. I mean, so it's a normal volunteer.
It's
nothing about, I mean, no money process.
So you're not displacing, like you're not volunteering your services.
Not displacing any job prospect. The person who's looking out for the job there.
So this is social work. You can do social work.
Okay, so fine. That is our first person on H4EAD who's sitting. I mean, actual real-time story is coming from Arpita What's right now. Very interesting. I mean, she had been volunteering all these years before she got her EAD, and of course, now with her dreams. We'll discuss further. Now, Harsha, for you, how did you land on H4EAD?
So I have an interesting story. I came to US in 2010.
Okay.
But I did not come on H4. I came on L1B.
Okay. So what is the L1B visa?
L1B is a work visa where the company transfers you from India to US to work.
I mean, is it only India or any international?
Any international, they can
transfer.
Yeah. Okay. I came from India, so yeah.
All right.
And the max duration is 5 years on that.
On L1B?
On L1B.
Okay.
My company wanted me to stay longer, and even I wanted to stay longer. So the company filed H1 for me for 3 consecutive years.
They filed your H1B, so you did not work on H1B then?
No, because it never got picked up in lottery.
Okay. All right, so your company filed for H1B visa every consecutive year.
Yes, for 3
years.
And
for every consecutive 3 years, I mean 3 years in total, it was never picked in lottery?
Yeah, luck was not in my favor.
Okay, that's actually that's a rare case, you know, when actually maybe you had a different, prospect to explore probably. So 3 times it was not picked, and then you were on L1, and then you?
My L1B expired. 5 years I was working on L1B, and then I converted myself to H4.
So you immediately converted yourself, or how did it happen?
I converted to H4 visa, not H4 EAD.
Oh, you converted, okay, she converted herself to H4 visa.
Yeah,
okay.
Because my husband's green card process had just started, and we were waiting for I-140 to come back, because we can only apply for EAD after I-140.
Okay.
So there was a gap of almost a year before I resumed back to work.
Okay, so on H4EAD, then you resumed work. I mean,
I joined a new company, and then I started.
And you are into IT
yes.
profession. I mean, you are into software and all.
Yes.
You are working in IT field. Do you somehow feel, I mean, have you taken away somebody else's job there?
I don't think so. There are many opportunities currently open. There are people, they are looking to fulfill the open positions. So I don't think that
in your organization, as in wherever you are working?
In my organization and many other organizations also, I feel that there are many open jobs. So I don't.
In the similar position that you're working for, you have the same open jobs, or you're talking about some other?
No. In my same position also,
you still have open jobs.
Yes.
And they are not being filled.
No.
Okay, so Harsha's story is, she was an L1. Of course, you heard it. She came on H4 because she could not work on L1 anymore. She maxed out, and then for 3 consecutive years, H1 was not picked. And she joined a company where the positions are still open in that technology field where she is working on that skill set basically. Nice, interesting. Now, Harsha and Arpita, you are the people who might, face the fact very soon probably, if DHS's things go with pace of time and everything, this H4 EAD may get revoked. Right? To safeguard you, I believe Save H4 EAD is taking steps. Now, again in detail, Pushpendra, Save H4 EAD as a group. What is this group? Okay, explain in detail.
Okay.
Don't rush out, of course.
Yeah.
How many people are there? How many members are there in your group? What kind of group? Is it a registered group or it's a social media group? What kind of group it is where you are doing this advocacy first? Then we will talk about advocacy steps and everything, okay?
Okay.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, so our group Save H4 EAD is not a registered or legal group. We have a Facebook page, we have a Twitter page, and then we have a WhatsApp group all spread up all across USA. So again, our major goal is majorly to get the feedback from different people who are working on H4 EAD and get how they're getting affected and what we can do. So these are the major goal which we are focusing toward. But yeah, it's not a registered or legal group.
So you're basically a group of people raising your voice for that particular advocacy. And I heard from you when you said that groups like SIIA, that is Skilled Immigrants in America, right? That's another Facebook group, or it's a registered organization which is supporting you?
Yeah, so I am not sure about that, but the SIIA and the FWD, which is formed by some technical company.
FWD.US.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have been supporting us, and we have been also supporting their cause. They are towards the bigger GC reform cause. Ours is pretty much focused toward this H4 EAD, so that's why we have a small group.
Okay, so understood. I mean, okay, you are raising collectively, the voice of people who are suffering. You're bringing in stories and sharing them with the bigger groups who can take your story further to the congressmen or the lawmakers, and then, I think that's the target you're trying to do. I mean, you reach out to them and seek their support, basically.
Yeah. So our group is basically divided into 3 parts. We have a media group who deals with the news channels.
Okay. Right. Well, you can talk about it. We'll have a caller after this. There's a caller waiting for us.
Okay. So our group is divided into media group who actually deals with news channels and all those things, and then we have a survey group who do the survey on all H4 EAD. And then we have advocacy group, which is divided into 17 chapters that are divided all across the United States, and we have
nice. Well, 3 groups are there, and we'll go in detail about them. We have a caller right now. Please, can we connect to the caller? Okay, looks like the call dropped. Anyways, so when you speak about a media group, what is your media group reaching out to? I mean, where is the advocacy happening through that media group?
So the worst part was that many news channels or many people not even aware about this particular H4 EAD and how it's actually affecting us and what is the true implication. So we are reaching out to all those news channels to explain them, okay, this is what is happening and this is what DHS is doing, which has obviously we made a lot of effort to make this rule come into picture. And because of some reason this rule is getting revoked. So we want to explain, we want to basically explore the different options, letting them know what the issue is.
I missed out on the line. Rule is getting revoked. When was the rule enacted?
Yeah, so this rule
H4 EAD work permit. I mean, that people started getting work permit. I mean, when was the rule enacted per se?
Yeah, so people started making effort since 2010. Okay, and after 5 years of effort, in 2015, sometime mid 2015, this rule was started, wherein the spouses of H1 visa holder can actually work. And again, I would say this is the people, these are only those people whose green card, they are about to get the green card. So their green card is posting only those people, not everybody who comes and they'll get the H1.
Okay, so you reached out to the different media organizations. Have there any stories been covered by the US national media? I mean, there are some stories of people who
yes,
could
yes. So we
share with the international, with the media and
yes, these H4 ED rules and all those things. These are getting published in Washington Post and different channels. Which I can see.
Okay. So Pushpendra, I'm sorry, I'm cutting you in between. We have this caller again. I'm connecting to the caller first of all. Yes, please. Hello. Hello. Hi. May I know your name, please?
I'm calling from Seattle.
Payal. Hi, Payal. How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good, good. Payal, please, what is your message? Tell us. Or the question.
I have many thanks to all those who are, on the TV now and explaining the position of so many H4 EADs. And thanks to you for hosting and understanding our struggles.
Thank you so much, Payal. Any message you want to give?
As a common person here who's residing, how do you think I can be part of this struggle, or how can I save the program?
Very nice. Absolutely, this question goes to the team and the entire advocacy groups, who would be trying to save this H4 EAD. Thank you, Payal. Appreciate. We wish you all the luck, and your answer will be given by these team members here. Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay. Arpita, you want to speak?
Yeah, sure. So what I have done on my level under the guidance of Save H4 EAD group, we have called all of the congressmen in our area, and we have left them messages with our stories, with our name, requesting them to, urging them to support our cause and present it in front of the government so that we can continue to work. And also we have tweeted, we have shared our stories on social media, we have asked our friends. So this is something that we have done on our level. And then I'm sure Pushpendra can...
Absolutely. Well, Pushpendra had already been explaining about the media advocacy. So you were telling that the stories are being covered by the international media also. That was my question.
Yeah.
Okay. So in addition to the media, the second group is, you said it's a survey group.
Yeah.
So what kind of particular survey are you doing? I definitely have a very interesting question. I mean, I'm curious to know about a couple of things in your survey. What are the stats coming in?
Okay.
First of all, what is the survey group exactly doing right now?
Yeah, so we ran the survey that was sent to all H4 ED stating how many actually are working and how many got the H4 ED, how many people actually are entrepreneur, how many are doctor and all those. And this is a survey which we ran around, not many people, so we get diverse the response wherein the people from teaching background, the teacher from fashion designing, the people from financial background, the doctors, and also these are the people who responded.
I mean, you have the survey responses. Are they still coming in, or you have the concrete results right now for that survey? I mean, how many people are working on EAD? You're saying that?
No.
Or
yeah. So
or they were working on some professions previously. You collected a survey of those people who are on H4. What were their professions before? What is their skill set or education level?
Yeah,
is that the survey you did, or you did a survey on the currently working on particular positions?
No, we did the survey on the number of people. Actually, I don't have the exact record right now, but we did the survey on the number of people who got the H4 EAD and who are actually working, and on what sort of professions which they have.
Okay.
I don't have the.
Okay, so Pushpendra, I'll come back again. I have another caller right now. Please, can we have the caller, please? And I would request the caller to please reduce the volume of their television set. Otherwise, we will echo. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. May I know your name, please?
Yeah, hi, my name is Vijaya.
Hi, Vijaya. How are you?
Good.
Great. Okay. So, what's your message or question to the team?
So my question was to Arpita.
Okay.
And I heard that she had like a double MBA, and it's commendable that she did like a lot of social service at that time. But how frustrated was she? She probably was so frustrated. Like what would she do? Like, didn't she feel like helpless?
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for your question, Vidya. Absolutely, you are absolutely right. I not only felt helpless, but being on an H4 is actually, it's forced unemployment. So you cannot even make your change your situation through your efforts. And you are basically the only thing you're allowed to do on an H4 is to simply exist. You cannot have a social security, you cannot even apply for a credit card. So it was definitely very frustrating, but I just tried to keep a positive mindset and apply my efforts towards positivity. Yeah.
Well, positivity does infuses, infuse a lot of strength, inner strength, and you're able to do a lot of things which you would have never thought of that you're capable of doing. And well, Arpita's case is exceptional, having supported 2 organizations for a social cause in United States of America. That's commendable, that was a positive utilization of time. So Arpita, you were an inspiration to many people who feel, oh my God, I'm not doing anything on this visa, I'm just wasting it. Maybe you are a human power who can change lives. So nice.
Right.
Anyways, so again, Pushpendra, coming back to you. Now we covered the media group. Now we were going to the surveys. Okay, for the survey, I have a question. If you have run the surveys and all statistics, you have probably. How many H4 EADs have been issued since 2015 when the rule came into effect?
Okay.
Do you have some information on that?
So there are approximately 90,000 H4EDs are issued since 2015. Okay, out of which approximately 93% comprise of Indian women. And then so this 90,000 H4EDs is just 3% of the total EADs which are issued so far. So just imagine those 3%. We are talking about those 3% people whom actually out of those 3%, not many are working also.
So you are saying 90% people, 90,000 EADs were applied from May 2015 onwards until now.
Yes.
And these 90% EADs, 90,000, sorry, EADs are basically, they are 3% of the total H4 people
Total
sitting,
total EADs.
Total EADs in the sense?
In the sense, let's say you crossed, like earlier what used to happen, once you cross a particular stage in GEC, you get an EAD in that particular case also, which is like a second stage after I-140.
No. My question, I'll reiterate. Is that so that, 97% more people are eligible to apply for EAD, but they have not applied, and only 3% have applied and they got it?
No, so what is happening is this H4 EAD only out of 100% people, 97% people who already have the EAD and who already got the EAD, and these 3% are only H4 EAD, which is after I-140 is approved.
Okay, from the employment authorization documented EAD quota, it's basically these 90,000 people are H4 EADs basically, or they can have a green card EAD or a
different sort of EADs.
A different kind of EADs. I think there's a L2 EAD or to my knowledge,
F2.
Oh, F2 is also? No?
F4. F1 EAD, F1s get OPT
Oh, okay,
EAD.
OPT EAD. Okay. So that is the whole mass you're talking about, and then 90,000 people.
Yeah.
So 90%. Okay. So that makes the 3% of the segment where these H4 EAD, EADs are issued basically. Okay, nice. And then your third segment is advocacy.
Yeah. So
in the advocacy, without rushing, I understand you have a lot to share. Okay.
Lot to cover up.
So I'll give you time.
Yeah.
In the advocacy steps, what are the segments? How you're doing this advocacy? Break it up and then tell easily, aram se.
All right. Okay. So in this advocacy group, we have 17 chapters, and these chapters are divided all across the United States, covering different states.
Okay.
And obviously we have WhatsApp group and everything. So the main purpose of these chapters are to inform the congressmen in their states and to inform them about, first of all, about the H4 EAD, what this is, what the.
I'll stop you here with one question. Inform the congressman. How are you reaching out to the congressmen about this advocacy? That okay, our H4 EADs are getting revoked and we want help on that. 17 chapters you said, each state wise. what is the step you're doing to reach out to that congressman or a senator of your particular chapter?
Yeah, so let's say I'm from New Jersey, so I have followed up so I made a call, I've made a call to the congressman of my district, and then I also make a phone call to the senator. I've also sent the email to the senator stating that this is what the rule is, and this is what is happening, and these are the stories, and this is how it is people are getting affected. So we are basically the
Is it only
immigrants.
you calling as a lead, or there is a group of people assigned who's calling, or randomly anybody can call? Who is calling?
From Save H4EAD group is calling.
These are big group of volunteers.
So only Save H4EAD is only doing the advocacy, or there are other groups also doing? I mean,
other people.
no, generally I'm asking you. Said, is it only Save H4EAD team right now doing advocacy, or you getting support from other people, all masses who are doing this?
Yeah. So like H4. We have this group is mainly formed by the H4EAD people only, but we have been getting support from their husbands, and we've been getting support from the GC green card holder, the citizen also, who actually understand the problem, because many don't even know. If I tell this story that okay, my wife cannot work, they will be shocked that why. Then I'll tell them her qualification, then they'll be pretty shocked that why she cannot work. So many people not even aware.
Okay, so that's where it is. So these are the chapters, means that the state-wise chapters where you have made those groups and they are reaching out to their respective senators?
Yes, and congressmen.
So you are seeking support from the green card holders and the citizens as well to make call, or it's only your segment making call?
Both. So
both are doing it.
GC,
All right, nice. So I have a very basic question. I mean, H4EAD is something related to H1B visa.
Yeah.
If H1B visa comes into threat or jeopardy because of not getting an extension or maybe getting a rejection, then H4 as a status itself absorbs. I mean, it finishes off.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you ever thought of speaking and doing the parallel advocacy and seeking support on the ground that support H1Bs and the backlog which they have on green card? I mean, okay, there are a lot of topics we've discussed through our previous episodes. Are you not taking any concentrated steps there also? Okay, resolve the root cause, and then probably you might get your green card EADs instead of H4 EAD. Is there any step parallelly running from your team for that?
Yeah, so just to tell you, just to give you a brief, let's say since the Indian citizen or Indian immigrants, they have around 70 years of wait period for the GC, but other country people like maybe Vietnam or maybe Cambodia, they'll get a green card in probably a year or half a year or so. Like in my case, my I-140, like it's been 2.5 years since my green card was applied. Had I gone to some other country or maybe from some other country, I would have got the green card by now. So my wife would have been already working.
Right.
So it's because of this country constraint that we cannot, we cannot get the green card, and then we cannot obviously my wife cannot work further. But so this is one of the part. But talking about the support, yeah, we have been getting support from SIA, SIIA, and FWD.US, and they have been actively supporting us, and we also supporting their cause, which are like again I said bigger cause, and ours is like a smaller cause.
So is it only one group you're assigned to? There are many other groups like LIFE, like RHC, like SIIA, like a couple of other factional groups, seeking for the advocacy. So are you only adhered to SIA's advocacy group, or you are open to everybody? I mean, you will support everyone who's talking about resolving the green card backlog community?
Yeah, we've been syncing up with them. We have been approaching them. They've been also. So it's like both. It's both.
I mean, okay, CIA is majorly supporting you.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Of course, I would like to hear from them later in the next episodes for sure. Okay. So these are the things you're doing in the advocacy, and there's currently a news. I mean, Congresswoman Pramila Jayapal and Mia Love. They have launched some Dear Colleague letter in support of H4 EADs. Who would like to speak about that advocacy? Pushpendra? I know you're the spokesperson, you have to do it.
All right, since you pointed, since you...
I thought ladies, I mean, I can give them a chance if they want, otherwise I know, of course, you're doing it.
So, special thanks to Congress, the representative Pramila Jayapal and Mia Love, who actually helped us in supporting this particular cause.
Okay.
So, they, the representative, they sent a letter to all the congresswomen and men all across the USA seeking their support, basically. So, they sent a letter to all the...
What is the content of the letter?
Yeah, so this letter states the basically the story is stating that what is actually happening, what is H4 EAD, and how it is affecting the life of the people, the life of legal immigrants who are paying taxes, who are actually actively working, and who are working or studying to actually get the job. So those people, and then further requesting the DHS to reconsider about revoking this particular rule. So that letter was sent to all the congressmen and women all across USA, and obviously we made further calls to all congressmen. Like in my case, we made a call to New Jersey congressmen, and they signed the letter. And that letter was recently sent to the DHS. And so within a week of 2 to 3 weeks of time, we got signature from 130 congressmen and congresswomen all across.
Okay, USA. Letter was sent to DHS as well through these congresswomen. I mean, yes, Mia Love and Senator Jayapal. Yes. I mean, sorry, Congresswoman Jayapal.
Yeah.
Right. So DHS also has a copy of the same letter.
Yes.
While the same letter is going to the other lawmakers.
No, first the letter was sent to all the congressmen. They signed it, and then signed letter was sent to the DHS.
So it's a total of how many you are saying?
130.
Letters. 130 letters have been sent to DHS. So 130 letters have gone in the span of 2 weeks.
We get the signature.
What is your target? I mean, what is their target? Basic target to change the view. I mean, change the decision of DHS, or to bring in some change, or to convince them. How many more letters are required?
So these congressmen and congresswomen, they are the lawmaker of the US government. So if they signed a letter stating that they are supporting this particular H4 EAD cause, then definitely it's going to have some impact, and significant impact on the DHS to reconsider the second thought, because there is no data that backed up that H4 EAD is actually stealing the skilled job.
So it's basically a request that's being placed by these congresswomen, yes, to the DHS and the colleagues of theirs, but not as a law, but as a request being placed to DHS, yes, if I'm very clear. Okay, Pushpendra. So there we go. About, I mean, a lot of inputs are coming in. I mean, I have a question, as you say, about data and statistics. H4 EAD is taking the jobs of American worker. What kind of jobs are you taking if you are on H4 EAD is one question. What is that job that you will take away from here, from American workers' share, or you think you are not taking away American workers' share of job? Give me your point of view and authentication there.
Okay, so as per the recent data which has been released about the employment rate, the US government has released the data stating that the unemployment rate is 3.9% in April 2018, which is the lowest since December 2000. So you can imagine that we are talking about the unemployment rate which is lowest, but H4 EAD was issued in 2015. So if the H4 EAD is actually taking up the job, the employment should have an increase, but that is the lowest. Okay, and then we're talking about the layoff. So layoff also, this I'm talking about the fact from the news which is getting published. So even the layoff is lowest since last 49 years. So
so unemployment rate has gone down and layoffs are also not happening is what is their take, where they're trying to protect their H4 EAD. We have another caller here. Can I please have that? Hello?
Hello?
Hi, may I know your name please?
Hi, my name is Jansi and I'm a member of the Washington State Advocacy Group for Save H4 EAD.
Hey Jansi, welcome to our show. Fine, great. So you are the leading member, rather I would say, Jansi, of Save H4 EAD. Yes, what is your message to the masses?
Am I audible now?
Yes, better.
Okay. So no, I was saying that we have a lot of visibility and a lot of people doing a lot of tweets on Twitter.
Okay.
One may wonder what's the use of that and what's the visibility going to help, but apparently we've got a lot of journalists, including New York Times and San Francisco Chronicle and the major dailies, reach out to us because of that. A lot of big companies support, like Jack Spencer, Microsoft, you've got Amazon tweets, you've got Tony Profit from Salesforce. All these guys have been very vocal and very supportive of our calls on Twitter. So we want more volunteers to come forward. Tweet about H4 EAD. Our hashtag is Save H4 EAD. So we want them to come and write tweets and explain their situation so that we're able to spread their awareness. And one challenge that we've faced throughout these months that we've been together is that the lack of action from people of our own group. So we actually want to tell everybody that you don't fight to save your own EAD card and expect somebody else to do it, or expect that whatever's going to happen will happen. They need to realize that no movement can happen without people coming together. So we want to use this show as a medium to tell them that guys, it's time that wake up, do something for your own cause, because I think if, like Pushpendra mentioned, 90,000 EADs given, okay, there were a lot of renewals as a part of it. 64% people, according to our survey at least, are working on EAD. But at the same time, this is a lifeline for many more to come.
Okay.
But still the larger issue is fixed. We are requesting the government to hold on to what our current fixed age is and not to rip that off. So
okay,
we want people to come forth and save that.
Right. So I'll reiterate, you are saying that till the larger issue is fixed, till that time, you should get the saving, I mean, you should be saved. I mean, your H4 EAD should be saved. So, larger issue as in you are speaking about the H1B visa holders get their green card EADs minimum or what?
The GC backlog. The GC backlog, and we know a lot of organizations, the RSC, GC Reform, CIA, all of them are working for this.
Okay.
And we all of them, even people of Save H4 EAD are associated with these groups in different capacities. But it's just that we wanted to focus on this particular immediate ticking time bomb kind of an issue.
Okay.
And that's why we wanted to have concrete efforts towards this.
Thank you so much, Jhansi, for your inputs and for your masses, message to the masses. Of course, that becomes imperative, I mean, thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay.
Right. So, the thing is, it becomes crucial for any mass movement to happen. People need people's support. Any advocacy group needs support. I did ask a question, only Save H4 EAD advocacy only or more? So Jhansi says, this is something for the time bomb which is ticking right now, that H4 EAD go away. They are saving it right now, but they are also rooting for, they are also pitching in for the root cause, which is a green card backlog. That I understand from Jhansi, right? Yeah. Sounds interesting and sounds valid also. Means the root cause has to go. Yeah. I understand if you're coughing, you might get a basic medicine, but if this cough is persistent, then the major medicine has to be given to take away the entire infection from the body. Yes. So, Pushpendra, you as a volunteer, since Jhansi says people don't come out to volunteer, how much of extra efforts do you take to volunteer anything for a cause? Be it, any kind of advocacy you do, whether it's a green card related or a EAD related or any social cause related. In 24 hours of your daytime, what is your suggestion a basic advocacy would require? A contribution from a single individual. If you were to get a result for a particular social cause, how much of time you recommend, you three people are sitting here, that you take out a section of your time from your daily schedule and speak about it? What would it be? Is it 1 hour, 15 minutes, 2 hours a day? What it is? I want to know. This has been killing for many, many years. People don't raise their voice and then they complain that things are not changing. Sorry. I want to know from you, if you are a normal generic volunteer, how much of the time you take out from your schedule every day or every week? Tell me.
Every day, to make the calls, I do like half an hour to 40 minutes call to all the congressmen. There are 12 congressmen whom we have to call. We have to leave a message to them explaining our story and ask them to sign the letter. So it's not much of a thing.
So Harsha, you say half an hour to 45 minutes for that advocacy. Arpita?
I would say in this digital age, even 15 minutes is more than enough. All you need to do to spread awareness is send forward messages to your WhatsApp group, retweet a popular tweet that's going on, or share on social media, ask your friends to support this cause. So it wouldn't take more than 15 minutes of your time, but the difference would be huge.
Yeah, so
Pushpendra, you are a lead. I have more expectations from you. Okay.
Yeah, all right. See, as far as the time duration is concerned, it can't be more than 30 to 45 minutes. So what we are doing is we are basically retweeting it. We are basically calling the congressman. We are doing the Facebook. We are posting on Facebook. We are doing likes and all those things. So these are just to create the awareness, just to let people know that what is happening. And I see significant number of people who are saying, oh, nothing can be done, no, nothing can happen. But my answer to same number of people is that it's because of our effort that we got this H4 EAD rule. It's because of our effort only that letter was sent to DHS and we have managed to get 130 signatures. This is the work which we have been doing. Within a span of 2 weeks of time, we made a significant number of calls. So it's the effort which is happening.
So basically, our efforts means the mass efforts.
Mass effort.
Not just H4 EAD.
Not H4 EAD.
Group's efforts. I mean, everybody's effort who serve the organizations have been till date. Because you came in existence in 2017. Okay, I'm just clearing it off. Okay. Okay, we have another caller right now. Please, can we have the call, please? Hello. Can you, hi, I would request you to lower down the volume of your television set or completely mute it out and then please speak so it will be more clear. Hi, may I know your name?
Yes, hello, my name is Kelly.
What's your name?
Kelly May.
Hi, welcome to the show. Please send your message or share the, question.
Thank you. I just have a comment and I hope you can hear something. I don't have it.
I'm really sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing you. Can you please lower down the volume of your television set? I mean, there's a little disturbance from the back.
There's no TV on here.
If you're on the speaker of your phone, maybe you can mute it out also. I mean, you can speak on the normal phone.
Can you hear me okay now?
Much better, yes, thank you.
Okay, great. My name is Kelly May, and I just had a comment to Jyotsna and the panel. I wanted to say thank you for what you've done in creating just change. I wanted to bring attention to Trump and the Trump administration's approval ratings. They're not representative of the majority of our country, their policies and what's going on right now. And many in this country embrace diversity and immigration rights, and I personally recognize your values as a contributing citizen, and I stand behind you in working and living in the States and establishing and reestablishing and protecting your rights.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Kelly. We are so, I'm grateful to you for your message and for your affection for everybody. Kelly, I would like to get your introduction one more time for everybody. If you could just speak, I know you're a very special person. We would like to know you, who you are. One more time, please.
My name is Kelly May Haru.
Kelly May. Perfect. Thank you so much. This is very motivating for the masses, and you being a pure American here is feeling the pain of people. That gives encouragement to the diversity which is here. And as an America, it's a fantastic country that embraces immigrants from every part of the world, that becomes very precious when it comes from you. Thank you so much for that beautiful message and motivation, Kelly. God bless you. Thank you. So we had a caller from the from the America, the American major public, who has, affection to the diversity that we have here, and she listens to it. They do hear you, but that becomes very important, to understand that we are coexisting with the American publics here. And for sure, we have to ensure somewhere that we are not taking their major chunk of things or jobs or rights when we are doing any kind of work or advocacy or whatever. We need to respect the natives for sure. Yeah. So definitely that is there. And when you said that the unemployment rate has gone down, and when Harsha said that there are still positions vacant, we just want to know, you should not take a job of a normal American worker, right? Yeah. And at the same time, H4 EAD comes as a temporary band-aid fix. Yes. And you're still looking out for a permanent fix, which is the backlogged Indian community, for the green card. There is another thing. You people are on a H4 visa. You must be having kids. So what kind of situations your kids face? Are they I mean, is everybody who's here, their kids are on what visa? Are they US citizens now, or there are kids who are still on H1 or H4? I mean H4 or what? Can you throw some light on that also?
Yeah, so definitely there are some kids who have come here on H4, and there are some kids who have been born here, so they are American citizens.
Okay.
So even for them, even for the American citizens, there is a considerable amount of uncertainty, because if their parents lose their jobs, they would have to go back to India, and similarly, the kids, the American citizens, would also have to uproot themselves and go to India. And then on H4, of course, if the kids are on H4, then it's a whole another level. They turn an adult, and then they are no longer eligible to be dependent on their parents, and they have to go back to India, having lived their entire life in America, and come back on a visa. So
basically, the kids who came with their parents on the H1 visa,
yeah,
when they turn adult, I mean, I think I know
21,
that 21 years of age,
yeah.
okay, and then they will be sent back to India, to their native land or whatever they come from.
Yeah,
that's again very painful. So yes, your advocacy is right now to seek the immediate support, I mean, they say that intensive care unit support right now. And then, yes, that is there. So we have another caller right now. Would like to hear from the caller, please. Hello? 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 Okay, looks like a little connectivity issue. Okay. You know why I spoke about this segment of children also, because they are the future generations. They are the future of the world. They are your future too, or rather you are making a future. And you have to somewhere keep them in mind too. I got to know there are people doing advocacy, going to Capitol Hill in the coming weeks. They'll be going. I mean, I don't know what's your take. Would you be supporting those kids there if you're required as a team?
Yeah, pretty much. So because this is the normal the reform which is needed, because it's affecting a particular section of people, not everybody, and that's not generic to all. And then coming back to the effect which revoking will affect to those families. Imagine the case wherein people have taken a house loan, wherein both were working in 2015, and suddenly it will be revoked. So imagine what the condition of their house loan which they have to bear it, which now with 1% income, and they have children. We have house loan, we have car loans, we have other insurance to take care of. Then we have kids education, all those things. So with single income, it's quite tough. So yeah. So this
getting it definitely. So we have another caller again. Okay, can we please have the caller now? Hello.
Hello, my name is Prasoon.
Hi, Prasoon.
Hi. Sorry, I joined a bit late, and if this question was answered. So just my question on the H4 EAD was, is there any kind of legal action or something, or maybe like a counter suit which is being planned and which people can subscribe to?
So Prasoon's question is, thank you Prasoon for the question. So his question is there any legal action you are taking to save H4 EAD, or you are going in a very calm and composed manner by reaching out to the Dear Friend campaign, advocacy, and being assimilated into the entire environment, American publics, and take it calmly? You want to contest it, or you want to calmly reach to it?
Yeah, so just to give you the updates, you can pretty much join our Facebook group, which is Save H4 EAD, and the Twitter group so that you know what actually is going on. And so talking about the steps, as of now, we are going pretty much calmly. We are requesting the DHS to again reconsider. That's what we are doing, because even DHS is planning to put this particular H4 EAD revocation rule for the public comment in the month of June or something. So even before that.
What is this comment period all about? When DHS, I mean, rule making has how many stages? You have any idea about it?
Yeah, so usually rule making has around nine stages, wherein people where the lawmaker actually figure out what the rule is all about. Then they determine whether the rule is actually needed or not. Then they review it. Then they publish it for the.
What is the current level of this rule right now?
So the rule is already it's published, right? So rule is published. So now they are planning to revoke it. So they'll put it for public comment in the month of June, when people can put the comment how it is affecting. They can put their stories, and then DHS will further give it thought to it. So we are basically further requesting them. This is not actually.
What would you suggest to people who put the comments for the request not to revoke H4 EAD? What would be their request? What is your suggestion for those comments? What would you like to say?
Yeah, so
What would you as a person say? Come on, I mean,
yeah,
why
absolutely.
Pushpendra?
Yeah.
It comes from an individual. It
Yeah.
comes from an individual who's an entrepreneur now, who's been a social worker, who's worked for the cause of the humanity here in America, on American land, and has felt proud of doing it. That human service that you've given, what would you request as? And what would you, Harsha, request as? Because you've been a professional who was on a valid visa. I mean, you unfortunately could not get picked thrice for H1B lottery. So absolutely rare case, you know. I mean, what would you say in your comments? I mean, would you really fiercely ask for it? Or would you request? Or you will give some valid reasons that I am in cohesion with the American publics. So give me the chance. What would you say?
Absolutely. So I would definitely like to request that urge everyone to participate in this movement and not hold back their stories, not hold back from commenting when the commenting period opens. Just go all out, just with their efforts, with sharing their stories on social media, encouraging their friends. This is a do or die situation right now. So,
I'd like to just say that we are not taking anyone's job, and how can 3% of the population takes America's job? So I'll just like to say that they should continue with H4 EAD, as it can support few families if both the spouse and the both are them of working. So it will support their family, and I think it will be
Thank you.
good.
So we have another caller here right now. Can we please have the call?
Yes, can you guys hear me?
Hey, welcome. That's a bright, clear voice. May I know your name, please?
Yes, my name is Rahul.
Hi, Rahul. Tell me.
So I have a message. I actually applaud all of you guys for, coming out, taking this initiative, doing this TV show, and, spreading the awareness about the issue. What I've been hearing, I just want to give out a message. My message is that no revolution that has ever happened in history has been successful without the support of, public. So please, everybody who is getting affected, get out, deliver your message, reach out, call, share stories with your friends, because in my experience, I've been trying to do some of the things from my side. What I've noticed is some Americans are even aware about what is going on, and they actually empathize with you. They feel that it is unjustified for you to not be able to work having that much qualification like some of the people on your panel have. And if you don't go out, you don't reach out, nobody can help you. I've had some of the other things. One of the other things that I mentioned, as an H4 EAD, you are contributing to the economy. I have some facts where I've seen that, retail stores which are getting closed, the highest number of people who go out and do shopping, try to support local economy, are people on visa, not Americans. So think about those things, reach out and, just go.
Okay.
I think all the best and things will work out in your favor.
Thank you so much, Rahul, for your inputs. Of course, I would not be able to verify the fact, that only visa holders go shopping and not Americans. We cannot offend anyone here with that statement. I'm so sorry. I mean, statistics have to come, and then maybe we can authenticate. But yes, of course, any immigration population, I mean, any immigrants who are here, of course, when they come here, they become customers themselves, because they need a grocery, they need clothing, they need houses, they need everything. And then eventually, yes, they are contributing to the, economy of the particular land. So yes, that is definitely there with our percentage and all. I mean, I don't know about that. Thanks. Well, very interesting topic. I mean, a lot of things. So, immediate ICU support is to save H4 EAD right now.
Yeah.
What if it does not go through? What is your next plan of action? Which advocacy which you'll seek out for? Will you seek out for the permanent fixture, getting a green card backlog cleared, or not at all talk about H4 EAD then? Because you know it's not happening. what is your plan B as a plan of action if, God forbid, it does not happen? We have another caller right now. Can we please have the caller? Hello.
Hello, hi.
Hi. Can you be a little loud? And may I know your name, please?
Hi, my name is Priyanka. Can you hear me now?
Hi, Priyanka. Yes, very much. Thank you. Please.
Oh, well, I just wanted to say that thank you for doing everything that you guys think. You're rallying your troops. Hearing my own echo, is there something you can do to, reduce it on your end?
My volume is reduced. I mean, if you're hearing an echo, I would request you to, take off your speaker phone. I mean, if you're on speaker.
I'm not on my speaker.
Okay, perfect. You can speak. All right.
Okay, anyway. So I'm just going to say that thanks for doing everything you guys are doing.
Thank you.
And I'm supposed to be myself. And I just finally extremely excited for my job. Get an opportunity to provide, work in this country and bring all the skills that I have. It's really disheartening to see the state of this now, and the fact that there's so much uncertainty about my job. So I'm glad that you guys are doing whatever it is that's happening right now, and I'm happy to help. I work in the media, I work in publication.
Priyanka, we would like to hear it again, what you said right now. I mean, your voice is definitely breaking, but yeah, your media attention catches me again. Okay, you said you want to help the people by what exactly? Which media are you working in? And
what I do is I'm in public relations, so I speak with the media people every day. It's my job, and I'd love to, bring connection to this cause. I was hearing the previous speaker, and he mentioned that keep talking to people about this cause, and then bring more.
Priyanka, are you there? I think the call dropped. I mean, very interesting input was coming from Priyanka. What I could make out from the conversation was she's on H4 EAD herself. She's on that visa, H4 visa, and she's working. She's into public relations job, dealing with media organizations. Probably that's what she's trying to take some names and all. Well, the phone got disconnected. Thank you, Priyanka, for all your support. I mean, thanks for that. Of course, every support counts, every voice counts, and every connectivity counts wherever you can. So far, you are able to educate the basic, the American publics here, because we are still immigrants. Unless we emphasize, unless we educate and enlighten the masses, the American publics, who are the natives here, that yes, this is the problem we are suffering. How would we be able to take the, some decisions in our favor? Because they are the people who vote, who bring the lawmakers to power, and they are the people who need to know what's going on in your lives. And of course, not just 100 people or 200 people or 300 people exclusively. If they get up and just educate all these people, it's going to happen? No. Unless the masses come, as people say, or people have been requesting, it's not going to happen. So, Pushpendra, my question was definitely, God forbid, your H4 EADs, they get, revoked, rescinded.
Yeah, so
what is your plan B? Will you speak for the other root cause, the final root cause removal, which is a green card backlog, because of which H4 EAD situation comes in? Maybe you might get your own EADs and green cards. Would you support that then, or you're parallelly doing it right now, or what would be?
Yeah, so as a short-term vision, we are pretty much hopeful that DHS will reconsider the decision, because we have been sending letters, we have been making the congressmen aware about it, and congressmen further following up with DHS. We are pretty much hopeful that at least DHS will reconsider the decision. On a broader side, yes, we are pretty much we are pretty much parallel and supporting the actual cause, which is GC reform, which needs to be handled. And like I said, we are supporting CI and we are supporting FWD and other organizations who are working toward this, resolving the backlog, the problem. And yeah, so just to listen.
So basically, you're parallelly supporting other advocacy organizations. So the green card backlog community also, it's just a temporary fix. Okay. Now, Before we conclude this program, I would like to take their final stake, final say, final suggestion, final appeal from all of you, beginning with Harsha, you. What would you like to tell your friends, family, friends, neighbors, anyone who's watching you?
Yeah.
How would you wake them up and tell them what to do?
I'll ask every one of them to please support this H4 EAD, because if this is taken away, I'll lose my job for no reason. It's not based on my performance or anything. I'll just lose the job because I don't have a valid visa to work in US. So I'd like every one of them to support this cause.
You're getting emotional there. Thank you. Okay, that hurts, of course, if your wings are clipped.
Absolutely.
Despite being qualified. Especially with you with 3 visa, not lottery, not being picked thrice, that would be bad, okay. But yes, still there is a hope with a lot of things. Arpita.
I would just like to point out some facts here that we are not here to take anyone's jobs. There is a genuine skill gap in United States which has been reported by several research organizations and several news organizations have published articles about the skill gap, and we are just here with our qualifications to contribute in this economy and to support the community in whatever way we can. We are trying to create employment, we are trying to support people from impoverished backgrounds, so please do not, please support us in being able to accomplish all that we can for this country and for this great country. So we really need your support for this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Arpita and Harsha. And Pushpendra, final take from you.
Yeah, so it's a request from all the people, whether they are a citizen, whether they are green card holder or even H4 to come forward and support this particular cause. Create the awareness among your friends, let them know what the issue is. May be a part of this particular change, because it's the change which I have been noticing. I joined this particular group and then eventually I realized that okay, because of my efforts and because of other people's efforts, all volunteers' effort, this movement is proceeding pretty well, and then DHS, we are making different people aware about this particular issue. So I would like to request everybody to come forward and help us resolving this particular cause.
Thank you so much. Thank you all of you for your valued time, and we wish you all the best for your advocacy.
Thank you.
We wish you support, and I believe through our episode and through our program, Voice of Legal Immigrants, as we say, we are connecting you to the real life people, real time situations, real time instances, crucial issues that touch you from the core. Absolutely, every time we will have new story to share. Every time there is something that relates to this land, beautiful land, that needs to be explored further in conjunction with the immigrants. And we will keep coming to you through those channels, through those messengers. Till then, all the best to all of you. Thank you so much for watching us. Thank you.